So today let's take another look at how pans are figured out. And I've got my old school animation disc here. These are the top pegs and these are the bottom pegs down here. And what you'll notice when you look at an animation disc peg bars, it says 20ths here, which means every little tiny line is 1/20th of an inch. The bigger lines are 1/10th of an inch. And that's how measurements are done under animation camera. So I've got this old page, this old sheet from a Captain Crunch commercial. It's got the captain standing there. It's on top pegs, which means that this piece of artwork is going to pan into the shot, apparently. And down here at the bottom, you'll see a red rectangle, and it says BA. It's got a dash, dot, dash, dot, dash, stop. That corresponds to this stop up here. What this means is that there's action going on in this field. The next field over is blank. This is mostly for the animators and ink and paint and layout, and it tells them that when they put a cell on this artwork, they need to have a pan cell that is this long so that they have enough for the action in this part of the field and blank over here. Now that means that there's something happening in which we are going to probably this started pan from here, maybe here, with the captain off screen, and then they pan the captain in and stop here. When you're doing cell animation, every cell level cuts out a little bit of light. If you were to pan this down as just a single field, not only would you see the edge of the cell, but all the artwork was going to start here, and suddenly there would be another cell line, and the light would be cut down a bit on the background because of having another cell level. So you compensate for that by having a long cell, and now that cell light, that light coming down on the background is already cut out a bit, and it stays consistent all the way through, so you don't see a cell line panning across. To get this cell to that point, somebody would have to figure out the increments to pan, and they don't have a start position on this, but let's assume that start is here on this round peg hole. And what they would do to figure it out is figure out a slow in move by starting out one increment, 1/20th of an inch, and a lot of times it'd be even less than that, but 1/20th of an inch, another 20th of an inch, and then it would probably pick up speed after this one, this one, this one, and start moving. It'd be this little one to here, to here, to here. And now would probably pick up speed and go to here, probably here, here, and it would just get faster and faster until we got down to the end where we're going to stop. And at that point you start slowing down, probably for ½ an inch, and you would start, well, maybe 3/4, and you would start slowing it down from, they were probably moving ½ an inch per frame. You would start slowing down to 1/4 inch per frame, and then 2/20th, 20th, and get down to the end. What that looks like is you unloosen this. Now you can move your peg bar, put your artwork on the pegs. And I said we were going to stop when it was about 3/4. So at that point per frame, now we're going to just move to here. So that's 2/10 because we went from this here to here in one frame. That's 2/10. And then we're going to slow down some more to just 1/10 and keep going for 1/10, another 10th. Each one of these is one click of the camera frame. Then we're going to slow down to a 20th for the last so many frames. Each frame going 1/20th across until we get here, and then we stop. So that's what goes into figuring out a pan, is looking at the increments, figuring out how to slow in and slow out of the pan, and making it look so it's not jarring. That's the main thing. You don't want it to be a jarring start or a jarring stop, unless that's called for in your shot. So there's your basics on how to do a pan. And I'll do another one about getting more into the weeds about it. But this is old school stuff. And nowadays it would all be figured out on your computer program. So until next time, keep drawing.